I'm there in a minute. Yo! That's a good idea. Coffee, tea, all of it. Oh, nice. Learning brush pens. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and learn them. Where's the music? Where is the music? Da, 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 da. You're at the coffee shop. Is it close to you? Like close to your house? Ten-minute walk, okay. Wait, let me see. Last time my microphone was too loud. Just let me double check. It's too loud. Test, test. Just let me double check. Wow, it's quite loud. It's too loud. Test, test. Just let me double check. Wow. Wow. Okay, now you now hear it twice. My bad. Sorry. Okay. Okay. It's funny because like I was struggling with the microphone for years that it was too quiet. I had to go like super close, and now like just like there was an update which I missed or something. Yeah, I do look a bit effed today. I don't know, too much work I guess. How's everyone doing? How are you all doing? Did you have a good week? Oh, I have to shave. I look like a lumberjack again. Okay, today we're gonna do drawing, and I want to do some watercolors as well. Hey Jesco, how are you? Thank you so much, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Sup. What's going on? What's poppin'? Hey Ned, how are you? Are you better? In fact, the camera is focusing always on the other camera. That's better. Dun. Getting Mobius vibes. Yeah, of course. Also, always. He is my goat. I haven't checked. Is the music there? Is it
quite loud. It's too loud.
Could be a bit louder. Mobius again? What do you have against Mobius? Get out of the stream. Watched you talk about StarCraft, that really hit on me. I guess that's a problem a lot of people have. It's kind of like this getting priorities, right? Yeah, exactly. Dun, 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 da, 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 da. I know, Nat, I know. But life doesn't always go the way we want it to, right? So what can I do? I can't make you like him, you know? It's interesting, when the sun comes in behind me, I get dark. Dun, 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 dun. Hey Diego, thank you for the sub, appreciate it. Welcome. Figuring out this with this microphone, you know? talk a bit less to help with my nausea. What is that again? Is it when you are sleepy or something? I mean, nothing to talk here. I don't know. What can I say? Hey Mosap, how are you? Moosap. What can I say? I don't know. It's been a rough week. Too much to do. Too little accomplished for my taste. Too hard on myself for not accomplishing too much. Just wanted to say hi. I wish you an amazing session. Yo, hey Nick, how are you? How are you doing? Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Just go la la la. No, thank you. Don't want to say la la la. Like I can't draw and sing, you know. When you feel like vomiting all the time. Okay, I mean that's not good. Get some tea or something. But is it that you're dizzy or what? Did we have the same week? I vomited tea, dude. That is low-key disgusting, but I feel sorry for you. Also, you don't have to share everything with me. It's okay. I hope you get better soon. Didn't even check. Can you guys see? Can I zoom in more? Yeah, I think so. Why is this setup so weird today? Like, the microphone's on the edge again. But you know what? Maybe I don't have to take it so close when it's like super loud. Hello. Do you do all of your sketches with no reference? No, absolutely not. I try to use reference as much as I can because my problem is I'm always super lazy. So I start then by imagination, and I always try to start an idea by imagination, but at the end you always want to use reference to enforce the idea, because you always just rely on the things you know, but like nobody's really that prolific, I want to say, to get out stuff in their way they can do it. The reference can always just make it better, you know? But when it comes to an idea, I would say, yeah, you know, that's why stuff like automatic drawing is so nice, because you can just start with like a random shape and then you can try to form that. I mean, stuff like this here, I don't think too much. I just think more about rhythm and like how to manage detail, right? There are also some rules when it comes to designing. But also some things you draw more and more. I want to draw, but I cannot. I had art block and burnout. I want to master my drawing. I need help. What? Heavy question right from the get-go. Okay, I make it simple. So you said I had art block and burnout and I want to master my drawing. I need help. Okay, first, art block means either way you're exhausted. So you have to accept the fact that you have to rest And that is the case. You need to rest, okay? That's important. Second of all, you need a goal, you need a purpose. If you don't have a goal artistically, you just like a fish swimming around, okay? It makes no sense, because you can practice and practice all day long, and you can do that for years, but majority of people, they're not satisfied by this. You always need a target goal, right? So you maybe don't have a proper goal. Second of all, you have to make sure that you hit your goal. So you have to make little milestones that you want to achieve in that sense, okay? To motivate you also, you have to think about long-term motivation. Very, very important. An art block is technically not real, in my opinion. I've had this many times. Art block is not something that there is something behind the door which stops you of getting through the door. It is here, which means in most cases you just have to start. The hardest part is just to start. But my tip here, start your day without consuming any doom scrolling, social media, whatnot. Don't start your day with consuming. Do something, be creative. Take a sketchbook, put it next to your bed. When you wake up first thing in the morning, 30 minutes of automatic drawing from imagination, doodling. No judgment, no label, no nothing, just you, 30 minutes in your sketchbook. And that will help you to get better and faster in the day, promise you. And then you have to build a habit. Of creating every day. Even if it's just 30 minutes, you're gonna have shitty days. I promise you, we all have shitty days. But then 30 minutes of creating every day, like that's the best thing you can do, okay? So art block just means your routines are shitty, okay? Remember that. Burnout means you're exhausted, you had too much work. If you had too much work and you burned out, you have to rest, important. That's the only way to get through that. Okay. Now I go back to drawing. What? When I don't know what to draw, either scribble or draw observation, I just play mixing paint. See, yeah, Nat is doing the thing. She's just getting into that. I'm using the life to fight the sleep and piss Janosch off. Yeah, that's her hobby. I approve. I approve that, what she said. Or maybe no glasses, maybe face is better. And yes, you see me using pencil. I use pencil because I realized I kind of hit a threshold with my ink drawings. They're okay, but I just don't get to the next level right now, and for that I have to go back a bit to pencil. Hey Sheep, how are you? I can never seem to draw from Pinterest refs. I usually try to make some self-portrait studies with my own images. Sweet, if that works for you, great. Awesome. Also, a good tip is, that's by the way also a good tip, shooting yourself in different positions and draw yourself. Why is this camera not focusing on me today? That is kind of annoying. I have to turn it more. Like this. It's kind of like also against the light. This is against the light. Is that working? That's probably my backlight is so strong. Wait a second. You dream the day of me painting in oils? I mean, the thing is, I could now do oils, actually, but first of all, I don't have any in the studio. And I feel like I have so many on my list right now if I start painting oils now. But maybe one day it will happen. Dun, 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 dun. Or maybe a bit too much. Da, 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 da. Yeah, if anyone has any questions or something, just ask. That's what the stream is for. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Welcome all the new watchers. If you have questions, ask. Don't be shy, just say hi. Kinda like don't like the nose. Cool. Hey, Ginger. Ginger Bootlegs. I love the names. Always. Like all the people coming here are so creative with the names. How much should I refine these? What do you mean? Poses. You mean the homework? Do you remember from the session what I drew for you in the demo? Just look at the recording. I would say that quality, that we have like clean poses, basically. Hey Timuki, how are you? How is homework going? Timuki, by the way, your edit looked really good. I was low-key surprised, didn't know you could edit so well. I hope you all had a good week. Chat, was that clear? Did I answer the question enough? Homework's all good, still working on it, nice. What country do you live in? Germany. And you, Jesko? Where are you living? Welcome all the new faces joining the stream. I see you. If you have questions, just ask. Don't be shy. USA, which area? Which part of it? I have my 9 to 5 and usually try to spend 1 hour a day homework. Yeah, that's good. That's the mantra. That's the mantra. I still have issue with the likeness, so I wanted to know if we can workshop together tomorrow. Do we have a call tomorrow? If so, yes, of course. Hey Janosch, have you ever played any Fire Emblem? What's that? And I ask you, you didn't read. Sorry, I missed it. Yeah, no worries, chat. Basically, just just take a look at the demo from the mentorship session, and then like kind of look at the figure, so that we have the anatomy and the pose clean as possible. That is the important part. Everything else we can alter in the character design process anyways. Southeast North Carolina. Nice. How's the weather there? I had a student from North Carolina. He's a really good comic book cover artist. His name is Aaron Bartling. You don't draw fantasy, right? I mean, if we talk about classical fantasy, never purposely. I would say my stuff always goes a bit more towards some sort of like steampunkish, sci-fi-ish something. But it's not like I'm not loving it, you know? I love fantasy from the bottom of my heart. "9:30 your time." Yes, okay, Timoki, no worries. We can go over everything that you want in a call. That's what the call is for. So I can give you, I can draw over it or paint over it, whatever, that we can get the likeness out. Just try to push the homework as far as possible, okay? Everything else I will take care of. And then we can also make a schedule for what you are, what could be the next step for you for this. That you get it done ASAP in the highest possible quality that you want. Da, 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 da. Danke, gerne, no worries. It's hot. I don't know, I can't say that. Magali Villain, what? Villeneuve? Is that French? Magali Villeneuve? Yes, show me the draft version. Yeah, it's good if you treat that like showing it to a client, like it's important for you, you know. So that should be the case. That's good. That ensures that you're gonna make this good. She's a fantasy artist. Ah, okay, now I understand the context. Thank you. Let me write it down actually, so I can check it out later. Magali Villeneuve. Thanks for sharing that. Any creators you recommend if the end goal is to paint anything from imagination? Painting from imagination? I would say try James Gurney's book. Painting from imagination. He has literally a book on that. His name is James Gurney. But I think his YouTube content, he's mostly doing plein air paintings. I think so. And otherwise, get the How to Render book by Scott Robertson. Work that through. If you work through that, you're gonna know how to paint materials. Promise you. I really like how you ask questions or find some issues, doubts in the beginning of project. So it's nice to knock down earlier. Yeah, of course. It's important. It's important. And that's how you make sure that it's gonna be good. Hey, Yaya Bahi. I'm so bad with names. I've been drawing since I was 5 and I've learned mostly through practice. Now I'm struggling with anatomy, proportions, poses and hands. I must keep practicing or learning the theories. Is that a question? If you have to keep practicing and learning the theory? I guess so, right? Okay, so the important part is that you have to understand that anatomy is not necessarily only the knowledge of knowing muscles and joints. I would say that's kind of like 10%, maybe 5%. Majority is communication of form, okay? Focus on drawing form. If you want to get good at figure drawing, focus on being able to communicate 3D forms in space. That is the important part. When it comes to proportion, you have to, and that's what I see a lot, is people, they draw figures, they're like, oh, the proportions suck. They draw again. The figure and they still suck. Well, write it down. Put it on a freaking here. Like this is your power tool. Take a post-it note. Write down head too big, hands too small, midsection too short. Put it right next to the drawing. Here, boom. And then you have head too big, etc., etc., etc. And then just remind yourself, like just not blindly draw things again and again. Because that's what I call donkey work. Not calling you a donkey, just saying. Yeah, James Gurney's book are really good. Conrad, Rose, and Elisa Ivanov are both huge inspirations for me. If any of you haven't their work, check it out. Elisa Ivanov, that rings a bell. Yeah, Scott Robertson is a bit more technical, but he, when it comes to learning how to draw in perspective and learning how to draw, how to paint materials, he, in my opinion, he's the man. He is and will be the man always. Da, 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 da. Do I actually want a hand there? No, I actually just want to focus on the head. Okay. She's on Procol a lot. Ah, okay. She does pencil work, right? She's the one with who was pregnant. I think she was pregnant in one episode or something. I remember. Yeah, she has pretty nice drawings. Kind of like not want this. Okay, let's get all this out. Let's get all this out. Let's just focus on this top part here. Okay. Okay, now I have to remind myself what was the ink that wasn't bleeding when I painted. I think I quickly just test this, because I always forget which pen it is. Let's get some water. One for this, one for me. Let's quickly test if I can use the Staedtler pen for it. Whoop. Okay, let's see. Because I did the mistake with my comic book page and I hated myself for it. Dun, dun, dun. No, it works perfect. Okay. Sweet. Let's do that. Okay. I need this here. My desk is a mess. I don't know how's it for you people, but for me my desk is always full with stuff. Don't hate yourself. We love you. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you and your existence, Nat. Okay. Watercolors. So, as somebody gonna ask, I'm gonna use my old school Schminky set. It looks like this already, a bit used. It's something that, okay, no Caesar, something that I have to replace here and there probably. I'm gonna use a Kotaku brush, because also somebody gonna ask this. It's literally how I said it. I assume it's just from bad line work. What do you mean? What the fuck? Hi Janosch. Hi art folks. I hope you are well. I'm testing watercolor Inky by Schminky right now. They are already liquid. Hey Verena, how are you? I always have to figure out who is there. And how are they working? Will we have a gouache video? I don't know. I actually was using gouache when I worked in industrial design. But I haven't used it since. So hey Tiago, welcome to stream. How are you? Hey Joseph, welcome to stream. How are you doing? I have two cousins named Tiago. Hi, the plus is I can mix them with extra water and fill the pentel brush with it. Oh yeah, okay, so you have like monochromatic rendering, so to speak, with the brush. That's nice. Is there a huge gap in enjoying drawing when doing it for work versus for hobby? That is a really good question. The music fits so well to my thoughts right now. Well, okay, so the difference between professional work and hobby, so, or in my case, my personal work or free time, I think the difference is the freedom, because when you do your own work, the things that you're curious about, you're more cautious, you research more, you're more focused, you're more interested, you try out more, you experiment more. There's like a big freedom of being able to try things which you're necessarily not to in client work. And sometimes when you do client work, the clients, they don't know what they want, but they know what they don't want, if that makes sense. So sometimes it's very limited in terms of ratio what you can do. Then you're also limited by time, limited by budget, limited by changes. So you have quite some limitations, but sometimes limitations are also good because they make you getting things done. I don't know if that was kind of like the question of the gap. But when it comes to enjoyment, I would say client work or professional work also makes a lot of fun. And also it's you will have some sort of honeymoon phase when you do your first professional work for the first time. At least it was for me. Like I worked towards for like 4 to 5 years to get there. And then you could have given me the most shittiest job. I was just happy that I got paid for it, because it was better than selling sport gear as I did before. So like I just wanted to draw for a living and paint for a living. So and for the first 2 years, yeah, I just enjoyed this. a lot. And I still enjoyed it after 5 or 6 years, but it was different, you know, like I feel like it narrows down more in a way. You enjoy if you learn something on a job, you enjoy if client is happy, you enjoy to have a weekend, you know, like not thinking about, hey, I need to get a new client. So that's kind of like the thing. I never understand how you manage to work and chat with us at the same time. I don't know too. I don't know too. It's a mystery to all of us. I feel like the camera is again not focusing. No, now it's blurry. No, it's me. Maybe it's my vision that gets blurry. Hey Malva Pudding, how are you? Do you take drawing requests? Not right now. I can't see you another time. Are you leaving, Verena? Okay, have a good day. Thank you for joining. I reserve my passions for my hobbies and my strength for work. Hey Rohan, how are you? Last time you didn't answer why you come back to Germany, by the way. I asked you and you were just leaving. You said like, hey, I'll come back to Germany, and then you just left. The character doesn't seem to appreciate the music that much. No, that's true. Thank you, very well explained. I also liked what you said to Nat. Yeah. Ah, okay, so you come for 90 days to Germany. That's nice. Do you go to Berlin or do you go to Munich? Let me make this line quick. Maybe also this line, and maybe also this line, and maybe also this line. Oh yeah. I love drawing, but my strengths are coloring, so that's what I do. Yeah, she's a color artist for comics. Gonna check her out. Nat, if you wanna check, if you wanna drop your Instagram in there, feel free to do so. I'm feeling okay. It's good to see some doodles again. Yeah, and are you also doodling? Also sorry for the vanish my Wi-Fi set up here. Weird. Yeah, no worries, bro. All good. I was just curious, you know, just as knowing you. Do you have some tips for how to be good at drawing? Wow, that's a general question, bro. Draw a lot. Also, good is relevant and not relevant. How you say, how good you are at drawing is actually related to the person judging it, I guess, and how important it is actually, because I mean, I don't like you less if you can't draw that well in a way. I don't like you more if you can't draw that well. So I don't know. But I guess your question is more from a technical standpoint, like how to just get better. Practicing, analyzing what you're not doing well, figuring out what you can do better. Be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient. Munich, still where she is, but I plan to visit Berlin for good friends before I'm gonna head to THU. Well, then I'm gonna see you at THU, my friend. And maybe also Berlin. I mean, if you want to go for coffee or something. Ooh, Kevin, how are you, my friend? Welcome to the stream. When drawing shadow lines, that makes you decide what direction to draw the stroke. This one goes across the face, but then stops you from just going up and down on the shadow. Sorry, I have to read that again. When drawing shadow lines, that makes you decide what direction to draw the stroke. This one, it goes across the face, but what stops you from going up and down? Ah, okay. Well, I think it's a combination of taste, my personal taste of shadow lines, but also a certain look I want. Because I realized that vertical shadow lines can be sometimes more dramatic in inking, if that makes sense. No worries. I feel like it has more of a dramatic effect if I have vertical lines. Same for diagonal lines. But I prefer having cast... and I'm also dissecting, right? So I'm dissecting if I do a cast shadow or if I do some sort of form indication. And I feel like having a line going across the surface, following the surface, solves both at the same time, if that makes sense. Because it communicates form, but it also communicates the cast shadow at the same time. And sometimes I feel like vertical lines do not the job as well as that. So for me, it's the most clear way to communicate that, if that makes sense, I hope. And thanks for the question. Hope you're doing well, by the way. Let me scroll the chat actually. Ned, I love your positivity today again. I've been drawing decently. Decently or recently? Been struggling to get back into a bit though, since I just finished my college assignments. Yeah, just build up the habit again, you know? Would happy to hang out. Can show you a lot of new stuff. Yeah, we can just hang out and draw a bit if you want to. We can just go get some coffee and draw. We just have to organize on time, bro. Let me know as soon as possible, as you know that you're here. Because I always want to do stuff, you know, and then it's always kind of like something in the way. So I can block the time. You want to go to the Pergamon Museum? You know we did the Menti Day at the Old National Gallery. It's my favorite museum. I don't like the Pergamon Museum so much. Janosch running a podcast and drawing live stream right now. Hey, new format. Hey Kevin, it's all good, all good. Appreciate you being here and asking questions. Definitely decently. What are the references that inspire you to draw? In general? I would say movies like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, every entertainment IP that forged my childhood, I would say. Oh, Ned, I don't want to ask why, because there's probably a stupid reason behind. Would be fun to check the museums with you. Been wanting to grab as much as I can while be in the U. Yeah. How is it hot in South Africa right now, Juan? Actually, opposite of the hemisphere, so switch seasons to Celsius in my room because we don't have insulation. Oh shit. It's freezing in South Africa. Oh. You see, like I'm not educated, bro. But yeah, of course, my father-in-law always goes to his hometown in winter, so of course makes total sense. You're just a clown. I feel I'm super slow today. Sorry, folks. Super slow. Oh, I have to take a look at some references again. I always forget how they are looking here. Guess we leave it up to interpretation. Oh, my eyes are tearing up. Yeah, me too. I don't want to change it because we know. I'll just wait for the Christmas music to pop in. But apparently it's fine today. I don't know what is always frying my eyes here, if it's the softbox or if it's just me being staring too much at paper all day. You know, I'm not good at DJing because I can't put in my own music. That's a fact. If I could, I would. You know, it's easy. Just put in some Kaytranada and then you have good song, good vibe. Or some Jamiroquai. Hey, I love to play. I listen. You know, I probably nobody of you would come to the stream anymore because I'm the type of person I listen to the same stuff all the time. I know that you love Christmas songs. You say that every time. Did you had enough water today, folks? Drink, drink, drink. Loud heavy metal in the background. But do you know that they're producing metal right now next room basically? You guys probably can't hear that. There's this week's band producing I don't know their name actually, but I think they do some sort of metal. I hope I'm not mistaking it, but they sound dope. Okay. I gotta put Baldur's Gate down for a few nights to get back to drawing. I mean, realizing that is already a big win, you know? Big win for you, for us, everybody who's enjoyed your drawing. Right. Hey Ashley, how are you? How are you? I hope you have some good to drink or something to cool you down. I'm running out of green. It's kind of like not the best place for testing color. It's not about that, you know? It's about a specific tone I want. Hey Protopia, how are you? The local color is blue and the light is color orange. How do I decide? The local color is blue and the light is orange. How do I decide? What medium are you using? Ice cold water, nice. In California, I hope you have something delicious to drink snack too. Just have water. Just have water. And for me, it's not dinner time yet. Later. I'm gonna eat when I get home. Does my blue come muddy? Watercolor medium. Sorry. Sorry, I forgot the context. What was it? The local color is blue and the light is orange. How do you decide? Okay, so for watercolor, so the thing is, it goes towards green. But the thing is, what I like to do when I render with watercolor, I like to work more two-tone, you know? So I like to basically, if this is my base value, then I go for a tone that is basically almost half as dark as this, more saturated, and also a green, you know? But when you want to do it like this with watercolor, let me actually try it. I'm just want to make sure that I really understand what you mean. So the color is blue. Color is blue. And you want to add orange light to it. I mean, technically, you can directly apply that. I mean, the edges get green anyways, right? And then you just have to push the blue again. A bit more. Let me actually do it here. I mean, it just has a specific look at the end, you know, like. If that's, of course, not what you want. Maybe you can rephrase the question. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to render? What is the material? This maybe seem like a deep question, and to qualify, maybe many layered, many answered. Question: how do you feel supported to continue to draw and have experience you enjoy? Hey, sorry guys, my brain is like super fried right now. Probably I shoot all my energy in the beginning of the stream, I guess. Wait 1 second. How do you feel supported to continue to draw? I don't understand this question, Ashley. I know you said it's a deep question, but what do you mean with supported? That's like super general. Do you mean if I feel supported by people in my life? Or like, can you elaborate the supported part, please? Thanks, Chad. Thank you for being here, and we'll look at your homework. But maybe not today, tomorrow, okay? I can take a look on my phone when I go home. But yeah. Okay, so people in life. So let me read it again. How do you feel supported to draw by the people in your life and have experienced you joy? Yes, I feel extremely supported by the people in my life. So when I started my journey with drawing, my family was highly surprised by my choice of career because I've never done any drawing or painting before, and I also wouldn't stay stand in front of them and tell them. I would just try to show them. So I would just work. And I didn't have to, how you say, I didn't have to prove anything to anyone. All I was doing was basically continuing to do anyways, because I'm thick-headed, and I just do what I do. And even if nobody would have supported me, I would still do it. So, but I know I'm extremely appreciated for people in my life supporting me anytime, knowing that I take my stuff serious, seeing that this is very important for me, and also give me the time to be here, you know, because like I love the people in my life and I want to be there for them, but most of the time I'm an asshole and I'm here. I mean, not asshole, I'm an egotist. I don't know if that's the right word. Yeah, I'm an egotist. Is that the noun for egoist? I don't know. Sorry, my brain is fried. But yeah, like they still support me and they're still in my life. So yeah. What are you asking? Feeling like you're on the right track in life. Yeah, I think so. Sometimes I also question also myself a lot, to be honest. I question a lot the things I do, the things I choose to do. But the problem is, the more I question it, the slower my progression in life becomes. So I also feel that we called you thug. Yeah, call me thug. See, I just forgot my thought. I just forgot what I wanted to say. Dun, 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 dun. It's funny how Janusz and I managed to be so similar and so opposite at the same time. This is why our dynamic works, Nat. You're welcome, Ashley. Hey, thank you for your question. I mean, I appreciate you asking these type of questions, really. I hope you get supported by everything that you want to do in your life. Really, I wish you that. You can call me everything, you know. It doesn't matter. Yes, as an artist, I'm a constant state of questioning. I'm not surrounded by like minds. Yeah. It's always about like, okay, either way, you either way build yourself a environment, right? And that's really important. You have to build yourself a habitat of creativity, of positivity, positive admirations. But you also have to understand, since you're an artist, you have multiple voices. I really believe in that we have multiple voices. So one is the voice of maintaining yourself, like trying to stay healthy, for example. Like, hey, you haven't slept enough, you should sleep more. Hey, you haven't ate yet, so you should eat more. And so on, right? You shouldn't drink so much alcohol, or you shouldn't drink any alcohol, you shouldn't smoke, etc., etc. That's your voice of maintenance. Then you, for example, have also an artist voice. Not many people have an artist voice. And the artist is telling you, like, produce, be creative, do the stuff. Hey, HMZ, welcome to stream. And the artist voice is constantly also talking to you. Hey, this cloud looks like a dragon. Draw it. So what you have to learn for yourself is that the habitat of the artist, this creative cloud and bubble, needs to be protected, but also you need to be aware when you should enter this state, and then also when you should not enter the state, you know. And people not understanding you being in that state, in that area, is not their fault, right? If they're not the artist, you can take the time to explain them, but like, you don't have to justify the things you do in terms of artistic decision. I think it only comes down when it comes to relationships, you know, when you have like very close relationships, and if you have like that the person next to you doesn't understand the artist's voice. Again, it's not their business to understand the artist voice. You just have to explain them, okay, part of my life is I'm an artist and this is important for me, and I would love you to support me there. And you and I, we know that if you wouldn't follow your artist's voice, you would be extremely unhappy. So you can't actually throw the artist in front of the bus. You can't, because once you open the Pandora's box of being creative, you never go back, in my opinion. So yeah, I hope I didn't went too deep there. Self-supported mostly, yeah, that's really it is. I mean, the thing is, like, I feel like I was supported from the get-go in a way where whenever I ask somebody in my family or around me to help me with whatever, they would help, but I didn't ask anyone. I just wanted them to leave me alone to do work, and that's what they did. So, and they just didn't disturb me, let's say like this, so much, because they know like I like to be alone a lot. So, because also at the end, like, there's also all these levels of support in a way, right? Of course, financial support, but also like, you don't need somebody to tap your head and shoulder every day and tell you how amazing you are, because that doesn't bring you anything, you know? Welcome to the club, we got jackets, lol. Yeah, you're welcome, Chad. Hope you're doing well. You know that you're the only peer to get better, right, Janosch? What? You know that you're my only peer to get better, right? Oh, I mean, that's kind of sad, you know? I feel like I'm kind of like not the best for that. Environment is supporting boundaries installed, so to speak. No need to, cannot go back. Just help me to get out of 20-year hiatus. Was that right, like that? Yeah, I you produced a lot, Matt. Like, I remember you producing a lot of work. Like, I remember that. And I was also extremely happy when you said that you're doing coloring for comic books now, because I felt like that was actually suiting you quite well. If that makes any sense. Oh, I need to go somewhere for a second. Where's the water here? Leave me alone, draw and create. People, I'll be right back. Just need to pee for a second. Be right back. Okay, let's get going. I feel like we're like super much talking today. Super a lot talking. Very much today. Hey Sulti, how are you? Today's talk was refreshing actually. I love that. You know, my job is to make you draw. So if it was useful, then I'm glad. Very, very glad. I think Nat fits to moderate a stream chat for you. I'm not sure if you could go to channel though. Well, I think you understood very well. Yeah. So is this character helmet local color blue? It's a greenish teal into blue. I would say more of a green in between. So what I do, for example, like I like to go a bit more, for example, like the color I choose for the shadow is teal, like it's a relatively dark teal. And the green is kind of like a grass green. And when I experimented with colors, like I'm still learning watercolor, I would say, because the behavior sometimes it's kind of unpredictable in terms of perception, then some things go very well. So when it comes to rendering materials with watercolor, I really like to think of this as two-tone, where I kind of like see the color wheel in front of my visible eye, and then I kind of like go towards more saturated, darker colors, if that makes sense. Mr. Janosch, do you go to coffee shops and draw fine folks? That is what I'm doing at the moment. Yes, I do that. I draw people every morning in the train when I go to my studio. Every morning I do that. Do you want to see what I drew today? I can show you in a second. Let me quickly finish this here. Let's say the dark green, the light is warm, just gets lighter. Gotcha, makes sense. Only beginning phase of visualizing color with my mind, hard to envision. Yeah, I mean, you can also print it out and put it next to you, you know, or take a photo and just put the photo next to it. Yes, would love to see. Sorry, I forgot. And sketchbook. Okay. Oh no, I just realized something. That the camera quality is only in HD today. It's not in 4K. Wait, can I switch it without breaking the stream? Did I just broke it? Wait a second. I guess I just turn it on and off. There you go. There you go. It's back. Sorry for that. Fit the screen. Now it's 4K. I was wondering why this looked so off quality. But I get no one noticed. Except me. Okay, let me quickly pull the sketchbook. My sketchbook is also almost full, I want to say. Let me quickly zoom out for this. So what did I do today? Today's morning session was this. Yeah, but then stuff like this as well. Let me zoom out again. Right. Is it possible for one? Oh yeah. So I think that's easier. So it's kind of like the past days. So every time going with the train, just either way drawing people or drawing stuff from imagination. And also on the way back. So just, I don't know, just either way ending the day or starting the day. So for example, Solti, that's what we spoke about today, about automatic drawing, right? Like that's my automatic drawing in the morning to get ready. Yeah. Yup. Just going, and I think we are almost through. So all these wonky faces are obviously from imagination, and the one a bit more solid are basically the people. So we have only, what is that? I mean, here I can squeeze a few more drawings in, but 1, 2, what's that? 3, 4, yeah, 4 double pages left. And then this thing is full again. My sticker. These stickers are by Jaya. Also, Jaya is one of my mentees. She makes really nice stickers. Okay, let's go back to this. Let's push a bit. I feel like we're not pushing enough. Push. Let me just quickly scroll up. We build up the darks with watercolor, but with paint we build towards the light. So with watercolor, the benefit of using watercolor is that I believe not to use any extra white or extra black. Try to make colors only with the colors, like also tones. That will teach you a lot about tonality, but also colors in general, by doing this every day. And also the great thing about watercolor, it's really fast medium, so you can actually paint a lot of stuff. I would also recommend just doing monochrome stuff, just taking one tone and also play with the amount of water you add in order to build up different tonality. You know, going for this green and then just taking more pigment. I stopped chatting now. Don't want to get in trouble at work. Lol. You at work the whole time? What are you working? Thank you, Solti. Appreciate you. Janusz says something about puffy lips and smoking. Yeah, of course. Of course. And 3-finger forehead, very thin women with muscular forearms. So now you know my type. 3 fingers? Oh, okay. Never noticed it. Muscular forearms. Of course, I love Popeye girls. Great observation. Ah, chat, you're still here. Nice. Okay, back to this. I feel like that's gonna be the only thing that we're gonna get done today. Is it me or is it us talking too much? I don't know. I mean, I don't mind talking to you folks. It's kind of like we are here for a purpose. And now the music stops. Oh. How long is the train ride? 15 minutes. I mean, sometimes the train, like recently the train is not coming regular, which is super annoying. So that means sometimes I have like 10 extra minutes of waiting, but I'm not drawing at the train station. So what is that? Funeral? Funeral mix? Who makes a funeral mix? What the fuck? And that's the best thing about traveling, is just waiting and sitting and drawing people. I play how it, you know, Nat, what I stumbled on a few days ago at night. I was in bed, it was like 1 a.m. and I was just listening to music, and I stumbled over Divorced Dads playlist, and that was really funny because it was all just System of the Down, Slipknot, Disturbed. It was hilarious. Always and of course do not answer. Where are you in the world? Second, random. What do you love the most about your studio? Why did you choose conversational, not deep? Where are you in the world? Second, random. Again, I don't understand the question, sorry. What do you love most about your studio? Then I can lock the door. I can lock the door, and the moment I lock the door, I'm in my space, you know? That is really nice. And I can do whatever I want. I can scream, I can dance, I can do whatever. Like, I worked 8 years from my living room, and I love my home, but it wasn't a artistic space. So doing that was like, you know, So that's really what I love the most. But it's also super dangerous, I feel. Because I can like build this happy place here and then I'm mostly only here all the time. Do you even know my music taste, Janos? You probably are... You probably like a combination of Britney Spears and... Slipknot. Hey Barry, Ryan, welcome to stream. Yes, we do love Mobius here. I can picture you screaming while drawing. Oh yeah. You don't want to picture me screaming while playing games. It's the same. Where are you in the world? Do you mean location-wise, or do you mean how I see myself in the world? Like, hey, sorry, my day was so long, Ashley. I can't really tell if that's kind of like this type of deep question, or if it's just like where you located question. I mean, I'm sitting in Germany. Where I see myself in the world, I guess. Okay, good. It's location. I'm in Germany. Glad. No, it's a chat. It's a tram. We call it tram, and tram is basically a train that drives on the street. Just Google TRAM, and then Berlin. You know what it is right away. And you and Cali, right? Yeah, I just yesterday I had a call with my friend Bojan. Shout out to Bojan. He's the best. We talked about going to Lightbox, but I don't know if I can make it. Probably not this year. But I actually do want. But I think just budget-wise, I think it's just not in it this year. Yeah, right now we're listening to Acid Jazz. Free license music by Epidemic Sounds. Okay. Let me push through this with this guy, because we already streaming for 2 hours and this is all we got. Okay, how do I solve the skin? Kind of would like him to give him some sort of like alien-esque type of skin, but I'm not too sure if that looks any good or if I play the safe route. Just go for my basic skin version. Hey Gurev Party, thank you for the sub, welcome to the stream. Reddish hue. Yeah, I have something like this right now on the brush. Try to imagine it because I kind of like read his eyes already. Thank you for the live stream. I appreciate you saying that. Yes, it does take energy, but I also want to say that it does not take so much energy anymore as it did in the years I've done it before. So I really enjoy talking to all of you, and also to just, it feels like we have some sort of connection area where we just come together in a way. That's kind of nice. I really like that. So I also appreciate everyone who's here, because it's also like you could spend your Friday different. Not with the guy trying to make this painting work. Just stopping. Hey, Vicky Vodka, how are you? Welcome. I appreciate you, appreciate you. Yeah, we make the clips here, we producing live. So many people don't realize hundreds of hours and effort that goes into talent. Yeah, that's true. A liar. In the kitcheneer? What is a kitcheneer? Kitcheneer? Let me Google kitcheneer. Boy, I just got hit with really hard headache. What the what's going on? Oh, it's probably me staring into this paper all the time. Ah, Kitchener is a city in Canada. Ah, okay. Didn't know. Did not know. I learned something. Janosch, off the wall question here. Crows. Have you made friends with the crow family yet? I love crows, yes. But I do not have friends. I always observe crows because I have a lot of crows where I live. I really like crows. I feel like they're very pretty living beings. I don't want to call them creatures. One derailed the other day. Woodstock in 2 small tram system. Hey, Chad, we had the same thing 2 days ago. There was also a train derailing and hitting a car. Yeah, thank you, Vicky. Just saw it. Just sipping some rum and coke and drawing along some shapes. Bro, you're living the life, Solti. You're living the life. Yeah, it was just a small one. I bet it's the softbox here. I have the softbox right next to me. It's creating basically a bit more light on the stream. There's one specific crow that lives close to me that likes to bark at the cats. That's funny. I find them. I really like them because they come across so yeah, like such curious animals, like with so much curiosity. Rum and Coke sophisticated adulting. Nice. I got a dip, couldn't stop by long. Yeah, bye bye, Viggy. Thank you for hopping in. Appreciate you. Have a good weekend. Thank you, Viggy. Appreciate you. Good old fried egg Friday. Fried egg? Oh, actually, I should have pizza today. For me, it's always pizza on Friday. When we were poor, we have a fridge. You got it wrong. The crowds have found out very quickly. Oh, nice. Fish Friday. I don't know. I'm not a. I like fish, but I don't know. I'm not a big fish eater. I prefer chicken. I can eat chicken every day, 365 days. Chicken and rice is my #1 meal. Even though I had some really fresh fish in Korea, which basically tastes like nothing. I really like that as well. Appreciate it, Sulti. Crows are the North versions of parrots? Is that a joke or is that real? Really? Stop mimicking me, Janusz. Jeez, sorry. What? Bagok? What is that? Hey sheep, hey, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I hope you can get soon. I wish you fast recovery. Crows are smarter than parrots, my dude. I have no idea, but you guys decide. And today we're really lucky with the music. Never thought. Dun, 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 dun. I love how everybody talks now which bird is more intelligent. That's blue. That is blue. What is this? Wow, it's also blue. This is freaking glowing blue. Are you guys still talking about birds? Hey Chad, you really started something there. I think I do this in red, but in a different red. A bit brighter. Green ducks? Do you mean Oregon State? Go Ducks! I can't decide. I think violet would be amazing for the scarf. But I don't have enough pigment left. Come on, bro. I'll just do it here. I don't care. That's good. By the way, if anyone tries to render cloth with watercolor, I made the observation that following the form when shading it helps to communicate the material a lot, like this. I know you're all into talking about birds at the moment, but I just made that observation recently that this is like gives you this like very fast way of selling this as some sort of like reflective almost silk type of material. Yeah, sheep. The thing is, like, I give every character a cigarette all the time. I can't do it every time, you know. But I was tempted. I was tempted. Tempted to add it. I think you get the vibe. And anyone who's watching stream, by the way, do me a favor, just hit this like button under the YouTube video if you watch it on YouTube. Would highly appreciate it. I always forget to say this. Thank you so much. Put a lollipop in his mouth. Nope. I'm not licking anything. Liking. Not licking. Sorry, you wrote liking. My bad. May I ask you something? Hey Thiago, how are you? Yes, of course. Ask. What the fuck? Are you a priest, dear? Because your profile picture kind of reminded me of Oh my god. Now you're saying it, I can't unsee it. No, I just had a black cardigan on with a white t-shirt below. Maybe I should do holy content. Maybe that makes me more trustworthy as an art teacher. But I guess now I can't unsee it. Oh, maybe I should start every video with In nomine Patre, Spiritus Sancte. Oh my god, this is amazing. Thank you for saying that. Holy Ink. Ooh, that's a really good name. Oh my goodness, that's really good. Thank you for it. I also love how subtle you asked. Are you a priest, my dear? Oh my goodness. Father Janosch. I think my Hungarian name actually has some sort of holy meaning, which I googled it once. I think it was kind of like the godly sent one or something. Okay, Ned, slow down. We cannot take daddy into equation with father. I'm preaching art things. Preacher. Yeah, maybe I should call me art preacher. Drawing preacher. Opa? My last names are completely inappropriate. Who calls me Opa? Or in German, it's also meaning Opa, which means grandpa. was too funny. Oh, and I just added 2 dark tones. No! Fuck. Oh, shit. See, slipped once of my focus. You should enable the translation feature in this broadcast. It would be great. Is there so? I have no clue, to be honest. Anyone familiar with Preacher comic series? I started watching the TV show, but then it has these like sometimes episodes which were like super slow. Born of the monkey from Tartarus. I mean, there was somebody looking into the glass. How you say? Glass wall. They knew how you would ended up. That. You little monkey from Tartarus. Oh, fuck. Anyways. That's unfortunate, but nothing I can do about it. Yeah, that's true. Hell Monkeys. That's probably a band that's already called that way. %1000%. Just put 11 in hell and you got password hacks. At least you're drawing, my friend. Yeah, that's true. Doesn't matter, Ashley. Just creating is important. We just had a topic today. Like we all have bad days, and they come and they go. So nothing we can do about this. We just need to be aware of it and just continue. Consistency always wins. Any plans for the weekend, folks? Plan to just cope my nausea and sleepiness. Okay, yeah, got you there. Makes sense. Makes total sense. Oh, my hands look already like I fingered a clown. What the fuck? Color everywhere. Gonna go to the beach. Yes, you're living the life, Solti. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We had a good time, and I hope you have an even better time at the beach. Take care. Talk to you soon. Janosch, maybe do hand drills. Draw and draw my hands so we can drill with you. Or consideration. What? You wanna drill with me? Oh, my camera's gonna pass out soon again, folks. Oh no. But it's no problem. We just have a second camera. True. You can't escape. Can't escape the smoking. Hey, Priscilla. How are you, girl? What's poppin'? He looks bothered by something? Yeah. Always. Oh no! The camera died. Okay. Okay, let me see if that works. It should actually work. How can we survive without Daddy's face? Well, I don't know. Can I just exchange this? That should be on. Why is it not showing? Wait, let me turn this off here. This goes off. It shows webcam, isn't it? There you go. Close. There is. And this one we. Where is it? Hide. Now we take this one. Okay, I'm just making sure that this is still on. Okay. That's a bit too bright. I think that is fine. You are too far for our hearts to handle. I don't think so. Oh my god. It looks like chaos in here. Wait, is this? Oh yeah, okay. I don't go closer than this. Wait, can I put on face tracker? I think it's on already. Oh. This is the virtual camp. Pray for our souls. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. What? All right, folks. Let me quickly just push this a little bit more. And then we just did one thing this stream. Wow, I think we never had this. That I was just drawing and painting one thing. Okay. I feel like pushing it more doesn't make so much sense anymore. So I would call it D-O-N-E. always the hardest part with watercolor, when it's too much, too much. So, everyone who watched and stayed here, first of all, I appreciate you all being here. I hope you enjoyed the time today. Thanks for everyone who asked questions. Please make sure to follow me also on Instagram to see when we have next stream. Next week we're not gonna have a stream, unfortunately, because I'm traveling. But then afterwards, if you have any wishes for the upcoming streams, write it down in the comments. Yeah, maybe I can give it another layer when it's super dry, but the thing is also it's not the right paper, you know. Other than that, I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Thank you all for being here, like and subscribe, and yeah, appreciate you all, and I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Take care, everyone. I'm going home. I'm hungry. Take care. Bye bye. Good night, Padre. May you all be blessed, my kids. May you all be blessed. May the art gods be with you. Appreciate you.